Alright, so for this tutorial I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the clone stamp tool. So the clone stamp tool can be used to manipulate things. So if we needed to move this cloud so it came out of the spray paint can, we can do so. This tutorial can also be used to cover up items in your photo. So if there was an arm or something that was in the way or distracting in your photo, you can cover it up using this clone stamp tool. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to pretend that this little shape right here is my spray paint or my perfume can. And I'm going to pretend this little triangle area right here is where the spray would be coming from. So to use the clone stamp tool, first thing is to find the icon. The icon's going to be the stamp right below the paintbrush, and it's going to be called your clone stamp tool. So as you can see in this little demonstration, you can duplicate things, you can cover things up, you can copy items from your photo and reproduce them so that you can build on your photo. For this purpose, we're just going to be moving the cloud so that it looks like it's coming out of the background or out of the can itself. First thing you're going to want to do is click on whatever layer you're going to be manipulating. So since we're going to be manipulating this cloud, I clicked on the background layer. To get this image of a cloud, I just went on Google, I typed in cloud, and it came up with tons of different options. I liked this one just because it was by itself, it was a clean image, and it's going to be easy to use. Going into Photoshop, once we've clicked on our clone stamp tool, up top in the upper left corner where there's a dot and number, click on that. The first number is going to be your size, so keep your size somewhere below 20, in between 10 and 20. And you're going to want your hardness somewhere between 30 to 40. The brush you're going to use, there's tons of different brushes you can use. I want you guys to use a soft round brush. Since it's a cloud, we want it to be kind of nice. It doesn't have very sharp, crisp lines. It's got softer lines that we'll be creating with this soft round brush. Once you're done with that, close the window down by clicking. In the clone stamp tool, there's two options. So the option we're in right now, which is just the circle, is going to be painting. So when we're just on the circle, it means we're not clicking any buttons, and that's going to be the painting tool. The other option is holding down Alt. So holding down Alt gives you this little target guy. When you're on the target, that's going to be, the target will copy anything underneath it. So when I click right now, the target's going to be copying that blue color. And if I bring it into the cloud, I can then paint the blue cover over the cloud, covering it up so that you don't see it. Using the clone stamp tool also, you're going to want to keep copying different colors so that the paint doesn't run down. You can cover it up just like so. The other option for a clone stamp tool for this project is manipulating the cloud. So to manipulate the cloud, I'm going to again hold down Alt until I get my target. I'm going to copy parts of this cloud, and then I can repaste it to make it bigger and to fill in some areas. So if I wanted it to come out of the spray paint can, I can copy the cloud, and we can start to paint it by dragging, copying, and then dragging what you've copied. And it does take a bit of time. So we got that coming out of there. And then I could also cover up the rest of this part if I needed to. Alright, so that's going to be your clone stamp tool. Go ahead and do an example for me and then turn it into Google Classroom so I can check